All right, thanks a lot, Morten. I'd like to welcome everybody to our leader call here for October 28th, 2013. We have some really great information to be sharing today. Speaking here from Sedona, Arizona, and Morten Andersen, along with a number of other European members are here. We're going to be talking with everybody. Really having a good time here, but we just came back from the North American Convention that was held in Vegas. Great thing about Sedona is it takes me about 4 hours to drive to Vegas. Even though I'm not really much going to Vegas, but it's a really great to visit every so often. And like I said, Grand Canyon is only a couple hours away. It's just a really cool area to be in. But today what we want to talk about is a couple of things. We're going to talk about a couple of great announcements that were made. But I want to first bring on some leaders that were at the convention, both from U.S. and from Europe, and just kind of get their feeling on this. You know, from my perspective, it was just different. This convention was real special to me. The energy level was the highest I've experienced. Not just, it's not a raw energy, it was a intense energy that we are about to explode. And I mean literally, you know, for months I've been talking about globally how there's been a lot of hot spots really happening around the world, and great things are happening from an activity point of view everywhere. But I'm telling you, this energy was much different. It felt very similar to the big explosions that we had in the 1990s when Nikken was expanding around the world in a lot of different markets. So I want to first of all bring Suzanne Truex on, Diamond Distributor out of Houston, Texas. Suzanne, as you know, is a promoter, supporter, registered nurse. Suzanne, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Suzanne, give us some energy.
Hey, well, this is all the voice I have left from Las Vegas.
Yeah, I know. You were like right at the end of Vegas. Your voice was like gone. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you have some voice left here. So
Yeah.
give us your thoughts. You know, from your perspective on the convention journal. What did you get out of it? What was your feelings toward it? That kind of thing.
Well, Chris, you're exactly right. You know, even my kids kept saying, "Mom, where are the pictures from Las Vegas? Where's the fun in Las Vegas?" I said, "You have no idea. We are having the fun. The energy there, and oh my gosh, seeing people's lives change there. I'm sure that John and Rosie and maybe James is even on the call today, but I could have not been any more proud than seeing three of our leaders walk across the stage this year as top producers in the company. And those lives have really been changed this last year through changing other people's lives and their vision of being able to change other people's lives, and the explosion from all of that. It was awesome seeing the European friends that are on the call right now that are at your house, and the energy from that, getting to introduce people that are on this call to your group from Europe that are on the call. That just even made it more real, even though every week we often get to see them on Skype. It was different getting to really meet those people. I think that it made things more real because people were touchable, huggable, and we just saw also with the introduction of the new technology, so many lives have already been changed with that new technology, and I can't wait for the masses to be able to have those products. You know, being a part of a Kaizen company and always just being so excited about how they're going to design new technology so that it's so easily meshed into our daily lives, makes it so much easier to give the opportunity for other families to have the technology and have the freedom that Pat and I enjoy, and so many other people on this call, and that we continue to have excitement and something new to share. with our friends and our family and even the people we don't know yet.
Well, you know, that's one of the things I really liked about this convention, because we had actually people from a lot of different places. The energy was just amazing, Suzanne. So, you know, I just ditto everything you said. And having talked about your other leaders, I would like to bring on like John St. John, and then I'd like to bring on Robert Rosencrantz, Rosie. We call him Rosie. But, hey, John, are you there?
Hang on.
I can hear you, so we're hanging.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, having minor technical difficulties, but nothing that a hammer in the middle of my forehead couldn't help.
Well, hey, we had a good time in Vegas, didn't we, John?
Yes, we did. It was a really great time. I really enjoyed it. Especially enjoyed the visiting with the folks from the Europe bunch. That was as Suzanne said, identifying a whole person with a name and finding out that these are real people with hopes and dreams just like we do was a very encouraging thing.
Yeah, that's one of the great things, and one of the things we're going to be encouraging, especially on this call, is that we're going to be announcing some events that are going to be happening locally in the U.S., and we're also going to be announcing events that are going to be coming up in Europe. And being global, talking about this, Christina, who is actually Danish, is actually bringing a new person she sponsored over to my home tonight. Okay, so he's already sponsored. He's a pilot, and so he's already kind of like in and ready to go. And you know, this global thing really makes a big difference, because now we have those limitations on where we go. What do you feel about that, John?
Well, that I was going to share about that. That's interesting. I actually made more contacts as I left the convention. I've got 3 to follow up on. They were very interested in the business part. And, it's amazing where you find them. A gentleman on his way to a football game to see his kids in Denver riding on our shuttle, and then a shuttle driver in Houston. And the list keeps going on. I said, this is amazing. I said, so I've got appointments to talk to both of those folks, and I'll look on my list. I have some other ones, but I thought, you know, why keep this quiet? I mean, just because they're on the bus or they're driving doesn't mean they can't talk.
Hey, you know what's interesting? Yeah, what I was going to say, John, what's interesting is when you get the energy. See, that's part of the energy. The energy is that it was simple to talk to those people.
Well, I mean, it seemed like the right thing to do, absolutely. I mean, I was talking to I talked to this guy. He just recently retired. I said, what do you do with yourself? He said, well, I just do this or that. I said, is that working out for you? He said, well, yeah. He said, I'm always looking for another source of income. I said, well, we should talk. And we talked for a couple minutes. He said, here's my contact information. Call me on a Friday. He said, we need to get together. So
wow.
So he's a guy that retired at age 49, so he's only been retired a couple of years, and looking for people that retire have nothing to do except play golf, and that gets boring. And then a lady driving a shuttle in Houston. I mean, she was just excited that somebody recognized that she was a positive, outgoing, gregarious person that would be interested in her.
Yeah. Well, so I take it that the convention had some effect.
Well, absolutely. You know, it was very humbling that we actually weren't expecting anything, you know, any kind of attaboy, but you know, you do the best you can. What as far as I'm concerned, had a chance to spend a lot of time with Chuck and Claudia Branham and soaking information from an upline for them to share the wisdom of how they work their business, and for that encouragement was worth the trip if nothing else happened. And they gave me some ideas on how to re-energize our business here, that though they've been shared before, sometimes when you're receptive at the right time, now you hear it. So that's I'm going to be drilling down into our organization, trying to get depth there. So yes, it was definitely probably the best convention for Kathy and I.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like you guys were having a good time. I saw you a lot. You see, you were everywhere, John. You and Kathy were walking out, and said, there you are again. And I'm serious, man. It was just a really great feel. Don't know if you had a chance to talk to a whole lot of leaders. I know, of course, Chuck and Claudia is one of the top ones, but everybody was wide open. John, did you feel that they were just wide open to help and be helpful and whatever?
Well, I definitely sensed that. It didn't matter who the leaders were, and I talked to a number of them. They were willing to stop and share and listen, and you know, it's always encouraging to know that somebody's made it and said, well, if they can do it, we can do it too. And though times are different, times we have every opportunity at our disposal now to make just as much success. But though as I shared with several, I said the world has changed from when they made it. The world is begging for more relationships. They want people to listen to them, and that's when I was asked on stage what product we lead with, I said I don't lead with product. I lead with the heart. I lead with my ears. Listen. I said once I listen, then I can find out maybe it's the business that they need. Maybe it is product. I don't know until I talk or until I listen.
You had the perfect answer. That was the most perfect answer when you were on stage. I'm telling you, I was real proud to hear that. I mean, I was right amongst. Everybody was kind of looking at each other, going, "Man, that was a good answer." So anyway,
when you have strong
thanks
leaders,
a lot, John.
When you have so great a cloud of witnesses out in front of you, all those super guys that like yourself and all the rest of the President's Club that have made it, it's humbling to be up there. But what I do know is every one of them was cheering us on. Every one of them wants us to be just as successful as they do, and that's not found in any other organization on this planet that I know of.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It was a great event, and congratulations on everything. You deserve everything you got. I mean, I was just proud to see you on stage. That was just really awesome. And so, thanks a lot for sharing with everybody, John.
Well, thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
All right. All right. Next, I want to bring on Robert Rosenkrantz. Now, Robert, is he there? Now, Robert, you were an extremely busy camper when you were in Vegas, man. Now, you were one of those like lightning rods. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Robert.
Awesome.
Rosie, okay. So tell me your perspective on the convention.
I've been to 4 conventions now, and this one I agree with you. The energy level in there was just off the charts. It was incredible. It was the best convention I've ever been to for Nikken, and I agree that we're fixing to explode here. It's just going to go crazy. It's going to go viral. I can't even. I'm speechless. You got me speechless, Chris.
I can't believe that. No way is Robert speechless. So, Rosie, let me just ask this, and you don't have to give me all the details, but you were busy when you were there. You were like in the zone when you were at that
Correct.
convention. And so what was the result of you being in that zone? It's not like you had to try for whatever reason. It was just happening for you. What happened?
Yes,
I mean, we talked to John. John talked to a couple of great people, have contacts. You were like zoning out there. What were you doing?
Well, like I tell everybody, if you tell nobody about your Nikken business, you will not grow. If you tell everybody about your Nikken business, you will grow. So I tell every single person I bump into, I walk into, I meet, I will tell them something about what I'm doing and what my business is about. If they want to ask me more questions, that's fine. But I'm gonna tell every single person I meet that I'm in Nikken. I'm proud of the fact that I'm in Nikken. I'm proud of the company and the technology, so I want to share these with everybody I meet. So consequently, I do meet up with a lot of people, and I do share this. So at the when I first got there, I put it out on Facebook that I was going to be in Las Vegas for a week. So I wanted all my people on Facebook to be able to meet me. I met with a couple people from Facebook. One of them I brought up to my hotel room and signed up right away, and he went to the Friday seminars, so he picked up some information. While I was at the spa, I have one really strong leader at the spa already at the hotel, and he is going to sign up about 3 or 4, 5 more people that I already talked to at the spa and the bar. So they're all going to be on his team. So I was team building while I was there.
Let me ask a question before you go further, because I know you got other things going on there. But was that, some people go, well, you must have been attacking these people. Were you trying to sell them stuff or sell them product or what?
No. Well, what I did is, me and my crazy water bottle with the light in it. Correct?
Right. You do have a water bottle with a light in it.
Right. So when everybody sees that water bottle, they want to know exactly what it is. So, hey, what's that bottle with the light in it? So that was my hook to get people to talk to me. So I don't even have to go up to people. People come up to me and talk to me. So then as I was talking to Frank at the spa about my water bottle, I was telling him about some of the other technologies that we have, and I'm always looking for business partners, so he was real receptive to that. So that got my foot in the door, and then after I started talking to him and explaining to him about the business side of it, then he wanted in on it. Wow.
So continue on. I know that was what else happened to you at the convention? Now you were supposed to be there learning how to do the business. Actually gives a lot of energy, man. You took that to the nth degree here. So you were just out there doing your thing as you were living life. It didn't sound like you were like intentionally hunting people down. It seemed like that you were just being you, whoever came in front of you.
Correct. So as I'm talking to Frank, there was another lady there that has a son with autism. So I took one of my power bands off and I put it on her arm and I said, I want you to take this home tonight and put it on your son with autism. So she says, okay, really? I said, yeah, just go ahead and take it and put it on your son with autism and see what happens. Well, about an hour later, unknown to me, she was in a car wreck about a year ago, and she had tremendous pain in her neck and arms, and the arm that I put the bracelet on, there was no more pain in her arm and no more pain in her neck. So she was chasing Vicky down into the women's spa there to tell her about all of this. She was like going crazy. She was like all excited about how she's no longer in any pain because I put this bracelet on. So.
Well, Vicky's your other half, just for those who might be listening to this. So Vicky's your other half, and she's chasing down Vicky to tell her this. So.
Correct.
So when she told Vicky this, what was Vicky's reaction to that?
Vicky just went crazy too. She was like, yeah, see, you just listen to what Rosie has to say and just stay in touch with Rosie, and and you can have either whatever you want out of this. If you want to use it for helping your family, or if you want to use it as an income provider, whatever you want, we'll help you with. So, but I also wanted to say hi to Chris. Had the most fantastic entourage with him at that party. When we were dancing all night, he had Gullo girls with him. The girls from Denmark, correct?
Both Norway and Denmark, and I was following them around more than anything else. So.
Right, the Gullo girls. Are the Gullo girls at your house in Sedona right now?
Yes, and they're going to talk about that. Let me just tell you that they were the most photogenic people. Everybody wanted to take a picture with them.
Oh, awesome. Well, so when I was at convention last year, I'm sitting out in the audience and I'm watching everybody go on stage, and I said, wow, I have to be on that stage next year. So I'm going to buckle down, I'm going to kick some butt, and I am going to be on that stage next year. And lo and behold, I was one of the top sponsors in Nikken for last year. So
That's right. Congratulations on that.
So I used my social media to attract lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people to my business. So it really paid off.
But you know, it's not just social media that you're doing. I tell you what, I've watched you, and you don't hunt people down. You're just being nice to people, talking to people,
Correct.
listening to people, finding out, kind of like what John was saying. You're trying to find out something that might be a way to get in. You're being attractive with your water bottle, with your light in it. We have some great, awesome new technologies coming out that people are using that in different ways. Morten will talk a little bit about that in a second. But, you know, there's so many different things that are happening right now. They're just absolutely awesome. And the energy, you know, it's like it's a new breath of fresh air. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's going to be a great next 18 months. It's just going to really be unbelievable. So, Rosie, I just want to thank you for being you. I want to thank you and Vicki for everything that you guys do.
Well, we wouldn't be, Chris, we wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for our upline and for the Truaxes. I wanted to thank them for spending time and helping me build my business, and I wanted to thank Chris Gullo for helping me and spend time with me building my business. So this was pretty much a team effort. So kudos to the Truaxes and to Chris Gullo.
And to everybody else. Hey, it's a team that makes the difference. So thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Rosie. Keep doing it, man.
I will.
You are Royal Diamond. I mean, Rosie came up to me and says, I am Royal Diamond. I mean, I can't tell you how many people came up to me and said, I'm a Royal Diamond that was there. And I said, you know what, you are. It's sort of like this. You know, we were talking about this last night, and I got to convey this because this is something that can be conveyed to other people. You know, Larry Prophet was on a couple of weeks ago, and what Larry Prophet said that Isma Masuda, the person who started Nikken in 1975, he actually did an interview with Larry Prophet, and then later in later years he said, Larry, it's what you said to me that made all the difference in the world and why I'm here where I am today. He told that to Larry Prophet. And Larry was going, and you might have remembered this for those who are just listening on this, Isma Masuda was the founder of Nikken. Larry Prophet was there back in 1975. He's the executive vice president of international sales today. But Isma Masuda came up to him and said, it's what you said. And Larry said, well, I said a lot of different things. Which one was it that made it have the impact on you? He said, when you told me that I had to act, breathe, be, and do as if I'm already there where I want to be, I just did that, and that's why I'm here and I found a Nikken. And Larry was going, whoa. So when people, you know, and I say, you know what, you're a Royal Diamond in mindset, and people go, well, you're really not, you're just whatever rank you are. No. You are a Royal Diamond as soon as you believe you are one, or whatever that rank is. It's not the rank that matters. Is who we help, is who we become, is the freedom we have, the lifestyle we're bringing, not just to us, but to everybody else. And what you have to do is that you have to be that person, okay? So I had a question about that the other day, and I said, well, just think about it this way. Think of an athlete, whether he's a skier, or whether he's in football or any other sport, okay? And let's say he goes through his sporting career and he becomes, you know, who's who. He becomes one of the best. Well, he doesn't become the best the last year. He was the best as he grew all the way through that. And when that happens, okay, when you become the best all the way through, then you are. So those people that got the, you know, be some of the best athletes in the world didn't do it the last year they were an athlete. They were all the way through. It just wasn't until the last year they got recognized for it. That's how we need to view ourselves. We need to have the mindset as what Larry Prophet said, Isma Masuda. It's really, really significant. So having said that, I want to bring on Morten Andersen. Morten, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Morten, I tell you, we had some really good, a whole lot of things have happened in a very short period of time, okay?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But so my question to you is this. What do you think, what's your impression of the convention? What was your feel of it, from a European point of view?
Well, actually, standing here now in Chris's fantastic home in Sedona and looking out on, or the view of the window now is just amazing. So convention is just a part of the whole experience. Actually, this convention was not only a one-day convention. It actually started on Monday with the Humans Being More, and then went over to a gold training for a few days, then the convention, and then after that, we actually had a whole day with different workshops. So it's much more than just a convention. And most of the people at the convention, they chose to stay an extra day and parts of Las Vegas or the different other things around that area. If you look at the picture you see right now, you see the hotel we stayed at. It was just an amazing hotel with fantastic meeting rooms and just amazing. Lots of restaurants and bars and casinos and everything. And the pool that you see here, that's actually where we had the lunch of the day of the convention, where they had about 650 or 700 people out there around the pool, eating lunch together. It's just an amazing feeling. Actually, this convention, if you look at the convention in itself, it actually confirmed the feeling I have had for Nikken all the time, that we are really unique. We are really different from anything else. I've been approached by so many network marketing companies, and the only thing they talk about is, well, you can do something with this product or this coffee or this thing or this, that, and you can earn some money. Well, Nikken is a lot more than that. The convention in itself, very few people actually talked about earning money. We talked about helping people. We talked about humans being more. I believe I heard every speaker, and there's a lot of speakers there, and every speaker talked about humans being more. And that is what really makes us unique, that we are so much more. Nikken are so much more. We in Nikken are so much more than just a company that has a sole purpose of earning money. And that gives me a very good feeling of being a part of this. And I see the energy and I feel the energy from all of the people around me. These are special people. These are people that you don't meet everywhere. It seems like Nikken attracts that kind of people, and that makes me really happy.
Absolutely.
If I should see it a little bit also from the business standpoint, you all know that you have a great line of products, and Nikken are always coming out with new things. And again, I told you earlier that I have been approached by a lot of other net marketing companies, as many of you probably also have, and they are typically selling one or maybe two products, something that they claim is really unique, that can save the world, blah, blah, blah. Actually, right now, I am standing on one of those products, having just come out from Nikken. It's actually a new pair of insoles that are so unique. They are so different from everything else that is out there, and actually is a really, I wouldn't say an upgrade of what we have. It's actually a revolution. That's actually the theme of the convention also. These insoles are actually a revolution. I talked to 6-7 people that has been using these new insoles for a while, and what they told me, the stories they told me about what has happened to them, it was just amazing. So by this product alone, we should be able to build something that is bigger than most other companies out there. With this product alone, and in addition we have all of the other products. So it's no doubt in my mind that we have the absolutely best opportunity in the world, not only from the business standpoint, but also from the humans being more the growing as a person standpoint, and also, of course, regarding the lifestyle. I mean, lifestyle are so many things, and one of the things which is really important with lifestyle is the people you surround you with and the places you go. And that is what a lot of people have experienced this week.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Well, you know, one of the things I can say about this, Morten, you know, there's a lot of great things. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know about this too. You know, that there is new technologies out. One is what was referenced by Morten. That is in North America right now. However, as you know, the people listening into other areas other than North America, as new products come here, especially something that is already similar that you currently have with mag steps in Europe, the question is not if, but when this new product hits Europe. But I think Morten, I was talking to him about this, he says, I'm going to tell them anyway. I said, because they're going to hear about it anyway. I said, okay, go ahead and go for it, because it is a revolutionary product.
It is, and it's really important to understand that Nikken is working for us all the time, working to make the world a better place and giving us the products, the tools to contribute to that. And that's what they have done with this product and a few other products that are on the way.
And what's really great, Morten, is that this is their technology. They developed it. This is not something they're licensing from somebody else. This has been in the works for a long time. They did not want to create something that was similar, a knockoff. They wanted to have something so unique, and so that they would have total control of the technologies that we have, and we wouldn't have to be worried about anyone out there or what their thought processes are, or where they are, or if they are still alive, or those kind of things. So the bottom line is this is a revolutionary product and pretty significant.
So I would
number
guess.
Two,
yeah, go on.
Go ahead. Morten,
Okay.
you're going to say something.
I would guess if you got presented for a company that had these insoles only as the only product, you would probably jump over to that company right away, and that's that product alone. And so it's just amazing that we have that one, and we have all the other nice things that we do have. So yeah, just that.
Right. So another announcement. This is a big announcement. Okay. There was a rule that was in place. This is effective right now in North America. But as I said, if this is North America, the question is when it will affect Europe, not if. And I know that in talking with specifically Europe, Ben Woodward, about this, you know, I believe that you're going to see this as soon as possible. But what is taking effect in North America is we had a rule that in order to do a senior, you would have to do a $500 purchase yourself. And the original rule was you have to do it one time, and once you do 500 one time, that was it. About a year and a half ago, they incorporated a fact that you had to do it in the month that you went senior. Well, they've decided to go back to the original, which means that a new person can do it one time, and once they do it once, they wouldn't have to repeat it in the month they go senior. Therefore, there's no blockage, there's no holdups, there's no, oh, I got to wait for any orders or those kind of things. And that's something that we've really focused in on in the last 6 months, to really talk about ways to unblock movement and activity, because we're all about helping people in movement. We want to get rid of rules that may not be cohesive to what I just said. So we want to unblock that. So that's taken effect in North America, and so I think that you're going to be able to see that in other places soon. I can't give you dates, but soon. I'm just going to say soon. All right? So that's really awesome. Now I'm going to bring up a couple things. I'm going to talk about a couple of the events. Then I'm going to turn it back over to Morten into the other European team members here. That's really awesome, and I'm just going to let Morten handle that part. You know, the Royal Alliance is a group organization most of you know about. We've been an organization of top leaders all over the world. Our original intention was just to help people get where they want to be, help them to advance as best they can. And we got really into how, how to do this, and we got focused on that. Well, if you remember the Humans Being More, and by the way, they did have the Humans Being More. It was kind of an international Humans Being More at the Vegas event, along with Gold Training and our main event. But in Humans Being More, they talk about this, okay? They talk about intention plus mechanism, right? And intention was always 100%, and mechanism was always given the 0 equals results. Well, a lot of analytical people said, well, you have to have a how-to. True. But the point being is this: if you had the best how-to in the world, but you didn't have a desire to get there, you would go nowhere. So intention is always 100%, okay? And so the New World Alliance, we're actually, for you that may or may not know this, but we are reinventing that. We are actually creating a new website, a website that we have total control over. The software that we had before we didn't own. The new software we're actually developing and putting together right now along with this new site is something that we can control and we can have access to. Is all about vision, is all about lifestyle, it's all about why people get involved with this, whether it's to help people along with the 4 quadrants or having more freedom and lifestyle with your family and children and etc. It's all about building, big businesses where you don't have to be shackled with job possibilities, where you can't do what you want to do when you want to do it. And it's all based on a foundation of strong technologies, which we are continuing to develop in a Nikken point of view, as which both Suzanne and Morten conveyed today. So the New World Alliance is all about all the reasons why we are who we are, why we're different, and why people get involved. We're going to steer you to sites like Dennis Estes or Rick Murphy or Dennis Williams, or Wolfgang has a new site now, or this site that Morten has. We will steer people to those or link them to those sites to learn, for individuals who want to learn more about how and want to get different viewpoints about how, that they have the ability to do that. If you're a leader and you're working with someone, then obviously they'll be steered, but there's a lot of people out there that don't have that access. So we will be steering that. One of the biggest things about this new website that's coming up right now is about the virtual stage. We're going to be recognizing people all over the world, okay, for hitting upper ranks, and we're going to create it like be like the lifestyle magazine where your picture is on the front cover. Well, this will be a picture of people attaining new heights on a virtual stage on a global website. And it will be such that we will show lifestyle, we'll show results all over the world. We are a global company, and we will look global. You will also in the future, not immediately, be able to connect up to any other country that you might have a prospect in and go to either the local websites in those countries or to a distributor website talking about local events, et cetera, et cetera. Those are things that are coming, they're being developed. The site will be, actually the web page, landing page will be up very soon, within a matter of weeks. Julie Tara, who was the Distributor of the Year for North America, a lot of you have seen her on the interview. She is like a lightning bolt. She has so much energy. I sat with her at our gala, and I mean, she's like, you can't sit next to Julie Tara and not be like bouncing up and down. I mean, she's just that way. She's going to be our spokesperson, talking about our new site, talking about what's coming up, and just stay tuned because that site will be up and running full scale within a matter of months. So that's something to look forward to. We're really excited about that. But what's great about this is, for the first time in a long, long time, both the field leadership and corporate are on the same page of focus on human development, personal development, humans being more, 5 pillars of health, the why people get in. That's not to say that we're not about helping people. It's not to say that we don't have the best technologies in the world, or we're going to stop developing it. But we're all about something that makes us unique. We are a legacy company. We are a company that has had already an impact on the world similar to what Apple did with the iPhone. We've done with wellness. Before wellness was ever a buzzword, we were talking about wellness. Wellness was not new to us when everybody else caught on. We were already there. And with the direction we're heading right now and with the intensity of what's happening in the world economies, we're gaining strength by the minute. So it's just really awesome, and I'm really happy to hear about this. Now, events. We're going to talk about events, and then Morten, I want you to introduce. In fact, we'll hold off to the events to the end. Morten, why don't you come on and talk about what happened at the end of the convention to today? There's a lot of stuff that's happened.
Oh yeah, end of the convention we had we have had so much fun. Actually, the best thing is that I just get two, or actually we have three of them right here now. The fourth is coming in the door any moment now. So I will just give the microphone over to them.
Well, introduce them, Morten.
Yeah, we have Brynjulf from Norway. We have Charlotte from Denmark, and we have Jannicke from Norway.
Great.
So just a moment, I will get up the pictures here.
And stay tuned to your, because we're going to be showing some pictures, I believe. It's kind of interesting, some of these. While you're doing that, I want to tell a little story. Morten and I we had a little gathering last night. We were getting organic. Believe it or not, there's a place in Sedona that makes 100% organic pizzas. Okay, so we had organic salads and organic pizzas, and we had them over here. Well, while we were waiting at this place, we were sitting and we were talking. Morten and I were talking about all the great things that were happening, and we were just talking about, that the way the company were, the direction we're heading, and we're excited. And this lady was sitting kind of like not close to us, but kind of like on the next table, so to speak. And she turned over to us and she said, "What company are you with?" And I was going, that's kind of like, that was an interesting question. So you were listening to us? I said, well, we represent the company Nikken. She goes, really? She goes, yeah. She said, well, I've been in networking for a long time. I actually work with another company. I said, really, what company is that? And she told me. I said, well, that's really awesome. I said, so how did you know we were with them? She's like, I could just tell the way you were talking. You guys have some great energy. She says, this is unbelievable. I said, yeah, we have a great industry, don't we? She goes, yeah. And so she traded cards with us and everything. She lives in Sedona too. So anyway, that was pretty interesting. So are you guys ready over there?
Yes, we are ready.
All right. So Charlotte, take it away.
Actually, Jannicke will start with this picture that you see.
Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead, Jannicke.
Well, I guess everybody has sort of been stuck in traffic jam at some other stage. This is the main ring road around Oslo in Norway. And if you can see there is like a big traffic jam getting out of this tunnel, and that means it goes for like kilometers. And that's the everyday life of a lot of people. But if we look at this next thing here, this is what we're doing.
This is our view where we're standing. We can look at this right now.
Yeah, I like this.
Just to get a feel of how it could be.
So this was the trip over from Norway. We flew via Denmark, Katrina and we met up with Charlotte and Christina in London, and then we flew first to, via Los Angeles to Las Vegas. I don't know if people know this hotel. It's a Bellagio in Las Vegas. And do you see the top part there with the like shiny light? This is actually we managed to get up there because Katrina, she went over and asked if we could go up to the top, which you're not allowed to, by the way. So we did. We went all the way to the top in high heels and nice dresses. And then this is the view from the top.
Whoa.
You can see the Eiffel Tower and Planet Hollywood, where we actually stayed, the hotel we stayed at in Las Vegas.
We came a little early because we want to see Las Vegas before going to do the business. So first a little pleasure, then business, and then afterwards pleasure again.
Yeah.
Are you talking about lifestyle?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah, we have to enjoy ourselves as well, don't we? A little bit?
Right.
Yeah, so this is she in the picture, Katrina to the left, and then it's me, Charlotte, and Christina, my downline. As you see, we're in Venedig.
Venice.
In Venice.
Only that this is inside a hotel.
Isn't that amazing?
Well,
And this is on the outside.
and it's not fake. It looks fake, but we were actually there.
Sitting in the boat. And this guy was rowing us around.
Exactly. So some more lifestyle picture. And then actually, yeah, we went to the hotel, and Janneke and my downline Christina and her downline Katrina, we attended the HBM first before the convention.
Yeah, the humans being more. Charlotte and I, we have attended that a couple of times before, but for Katrina and Christina, that was the first time. And to me, it was, you just get a different experience every time. And one of the things I got out of it this time was the fact that other people, you know, don't necessarily listen to other people. That will sort of say, oh, you're not going to manage something. They're just noise. That was one of the things I got out of it.
Yeah, you find out that during every step of the way you change. For me, it was a huge change that this time I was nobody's downline. I was the upline. And that feeling continued going to the convention, even though Morten Andersen was my upline and Chris Gullo, my upline, was there. I was still my own upline. I had someone there, so I was not a downline. That feels really good.
And the same for me. I also had the downline, and we had cross lines and lots of different uplines. And then having the people there actually saying, wow, we can see you as having a global business. I was like, yeah, I want to have that. I was saying that, but they were actually the ones saying that they can see me have that.
That's awesome.
Oh. And this is a picture just from the convention with a lot of people up there getting recognized for something. Can't see which one it is, but yeah, that's how it is. But actually, we also had, or have, Bunyos with us, and he wanted to go as well, and he wants to tell why he wants to go and what he got out of it.
Well, this is my first time I go out from Norway with the Nikken for the convention. It was very excited about what I was going to experience, and it was all amazing. I met a lot of people and talked to them about everything, nice talk, and they were very friendly people, because they noticed that I can't manage that English so very well, but they are friendly, and they have a fantastic lifestyle. I have decided to live this way all my life after this convention, and I have been in Nikken for some time, and I feel now that I'm free to decide what I want to do, and that I can help many other people to get the same lifestyle using Nikken as a vehicle. That's my story here.
That's really great.
Yeah, but what we also found that Funyo said that he's not that good in English, and he went all the way from Norway to the United States to sit there for several days listening. Everybody was speaking English, but he like got out of the box. I'm going to do this. I want this. And actually when we were talking, he said, I deserve this. So I think we need to think of that. What do I deserve? What do I want out of life? Yeah, I have to jump some fences or do whatever it takes. And I think it's amazing that he went all the way over here. So, yeah.
Yes, I'm very glad I did it. I appreciate it. Morten Andersen, he told me that, do it, Bridget. I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll do my best, and I'm here, and I'm very satisfied with all that upline. And we're staying here with Chris Geldo. It's fabulous.
Exactly. But what we also have this, we have small breaks in between, and this is how to chill out during the breaks because it was hot. And this was actually what Rosie was talking about. It was a costume party, as you can see.
This is how we chill out in the evenings.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. They were the most photographed 4 girls in the whole Las Vegas that night.
Yeah, we were actually late, so everybody stopped us out in the hallway, so we managed to get some food, but everybody else was done by when we came in. And actually Frank Sinatra or somebody singing like Frank Sinatra was up on the stage, and he saw the 4 girls coming in and said, oh, that would be perfect for you to get up here. But we turned around and went out to have the food. So, and as you see here, all the 4 girls together with our upline.
Morten Andersen and then Dennis Williams.
Right.
Yeah. So, and actually
Dennis, he wanted a photo with us. That was the fun part.
Yeah, we didn't chase him down. He came to us, oh, can I have a picture with you? So, yeah.
Whoa.
More nice people. Chris Gollo.
Stylish.
If you haven't seen him like that, he actually looks quite good in tuxedo. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, well, we went on. It's more, enjoy yourself, lifestyle, traveling and so on. So this was one of the places we went to on the way out to Grand Canyon. So we stopped for a meal. And, well, Grand Canyon is, people have talked about it. It's fantastic. It's awesome. This is a big photo. It takes in, like, half the circle of the photo. But you can't grasp it without really being there. It is so big and it stretches so far, and there's no way you can get that on a photo.
No, and the feeling to be standing there, just, I'm here, this is real, it's not a dream. I flew over Grand Canyon several times, but I've never seen it. It's just like, actually, it's not a dream anymore. And I feel the same with Nikken, because now I'm here, I can do it. And then every morning now I'm looking out on it. So, and here you can see us on the Sky Bridge.
And what you can see down, kind of at the bottom there, that's a river. And I don't think it's small. I think it's actually quite
small.
Big, but it looks really small. So that you see the scope and the size of this. This is just a tiny piece of this.
Yeah. And here we are hanging on.
Yeah, I like this one. You, Charlotte, you look like you're jumping out there.
Oh, I'm trying to get up. I want to the top. Come on. Let me come. Let me go. I'm climbing.
Oh.
And actually this was, when we went to Grand Canyon, Morten said, are you sure you're going to go? Oh, yeah. I will take you to the top. Okay. I will put you on the top. Okay. Fantastic. And in advance of that, we've been talking about Nikken. So, okay. A good leader brings her downline to the top.
The Royal Diamond. That's where I want to go.
Exactly. So when we came to this point, there's a top. So he took us to the top.
Whoa.
All of us standing on the top there.
and a bit closer. So, yay! And actually, this is looking down.
So you can see a tiny little person in the middle of that, like a ridge going past the pathway. That is one of our groups standing down there. We're looking down from the top.
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid foundation here. Yeah.
But actually, what we didn't realize walking up there was actually a quite slim road. There was only one way you could get to the top, and that's the same in Nikken. There's only one way. You have to do the work. And here it's like you can fall on each side, or you can go to the top. Yeah. So it got quite visible when we were standing there.
Yeah, this is like, you know, how some people have their lives. Like I said, the traffic jam. Well, there's lots of people in different kinds of prisons, you know, if you are in a job you don't like or whatever.
And if you really don't like it, you end up like this.
And we don't want that.
Where'd you get these pictures?
So we decided to take a vacation instead and
we go to Chris.
Yeah, so Chris, this is Chris, driving us to the top. So now we have 2 Royal Diamonds taking us to the top. So
that was a bumpy road, actually, very bumpy. But we got there.
But it can be bumpy in Nikken as well.
Yeah.
You just keep in there.
Stick in, hang in.
So you realize why we have your arms up, or our arms up. We're excited, but it's also the Nikken logo. Some more view.
So this is where we were at the very top, overlooking Sedona and the surrounding areas. You know, quite nice, rather nice.
So if anybody out there is thinking, oh my God, I want to go there, just decide. It's possible. You have to feel it, then it's possible.
Everybody can do it.
So I have heard this 100 times. You have to decide. You have to decide. Just, yeah. But if it stays up in your head, it's not good enough. You have to get it down in your heart and find your why. I had a big sacrifice to do just getting here.
Wait, one back. This is Brynjulf, also on the top here.
Exactly. With Nikken bottle. Don't forget. Bring that everywhere.
That's what brings us up there.
Exactly. So, more pictures. But like everybody has sacrifices. This time I decided this is going to be, of course, business and pleasure, but I'm going to take this seriously. So I left my family back home, and my son is only 2.5 years old, and it's really tough for me. And 2 days ago he wouldn't even talk to me because he was upset with his mama not being home. So, but I know that in the end, and when I get back, it will be so much better for him and for me. So that's my sacrifice. And what is the sacrifice when you have meetings like this? Look at the picture. That is our breakfast meeting.
Not bad.
No, exactly.
I can manage more of those.
Exactly. Like every morning.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
This one, yeah. That was another breakfast meeting.
This was this morning, actually.
Yeah. Overlooking Sedona.
Yeah. So that was a little about our lifestyle and why we went.
And that's possible for everybody. It's like, we just have to believe it and really feel it. And we have the tools. We have Nikken behind us, and we have our uplines, we have our cross lines, and we have a lot of people out and about everywhere, globally, who needs what we have. And we just need to, you know, tell them, go and tell them about it.
Right.
And let them have the opportunity to join us if they want to.
Well, thank you so much, Jannica, and I really delighted both of you guys. Just, we've had so much fun here. It's a feeling that you can only experience if you, as you said, make a decision. And it's not a lifestyle. It's not just about me or you. It's about going out there and helping a lot of people all over the world, especially with this global internet, especially with all the help now. And one of the things I'm going to do is anyone who has even cross-line who would like to listen in on this call, please let them know about this, okay? Because the call is now open up to anyone and everyone, cross-line, up-line, down-line, any line, okay? Because we're all here to help everybody in the world achieve what they want, either from their health point of view, from their finance point of view, from their family point of view, from their society point of view, or from their mental point of view. It's called the 5 pillars of health. So let's just keep focused on what we're doing. So to wrap this up, Morten, do you have any last comments before I wrap this up with, because we want to announce the events happening around the world?
Yeah, let's just go on and tell people about the events going on.
All right. Okay, so 2 events for the Royal Alliance. One we've talked about a lot on this call, happening in May of next year. That's happening in Orlando the first week of May. So just look at May and take Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's going to be the event the first week of May. We're also planning on a second event, and one of the things that I'm very excited about right now is the probability of where we're going to have this second Royal Alliance event. You know, one of the things that we're doing is we're being able to track leaders from all over the world in a unified way. Everyone agrees with vision, lifestyle, beliefs, recognition, everything the Royal Alliance stands for right now. Rick Murphy, who heads up Pathfinders, normally have events in March, and because we do not have an event next year in North America corporate-wise, he was going to put on a big event in October. Well, Reed Nelson, myself, and him talked this past weekend, and what we collectively decided is to turn that event into a Royal Alliance event. The details are still being talked about, but that should be the largest event ever in Austin, Texas. That's where our plan is right now. So stay tuned to that Royal Alliance event in Austin, Texas next October. Okay? So that's the North American belt. This is just not about North America, but we are a global company now. Because we have access to the information we have, we can have people all over the world, and you need to know where the big events are so you can let them know that they can come to these events, and let us know so that we can work with them when they're there. Also happening from U.S. to Europe. And Morten, you have 3 events that are being scheduled right now in Europe, so why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, that's right. There will be 3 European events in addition to those 2 you just talked about, and they will all be tied into each other, and they will therefore not crash. So the European events will be in France, in Germany, and in Scandinavia. For the Scandinavian event, that will be one of the last weekends in August, probably the weekend of around the 20th of August. We'll come back to the details about all of these 3 events, but just remember there will be an event then for Scandinavia in the end of August sometime. It might be in Copenhagen, it might be in Oslo, it might be both places actually. The details will follow. But what is really important with this is that to run your business from event to event is actually a really powerful thing. When you recruit people and get people into your groups, they should focus on the next event. It's always a next event, and next year it will be actually 5 next events, if you understand what I mean. So it will be a very short time to any of the next events next year. And having that as a really important part of your training and an important part of getting people to actually feel what Nikken is and discover their own why, that is a really important thing. So as far as I know, there's never been a time where we have had more big events than we will have in 2014. So I really look forward to that.
Yeah, and you know, it's all about vision building, and one of the things I heard from everybody that attended this, all the leaders, everyone that talked today, was all about vision building. It just builds big vision kind of an analogy of going to the Grand Canyon and seeing it and taking a picture of it. I would also say same thing going to Sedona. You can take pictures all day. Not quite the same as being here, but you can get a glimpse of both the Grand Canyon, what it might be like, but it's just much bigger. Vision is bigger. So all I can say is we got great things happening here. I'm going to also hopefully Suzanne is still there. Suzanne, are you there? Bring Suzanne back. We want to talk about one last event. I'm going to be heading to.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Suzanne, we're gonna have some events happening in Houston, Texas, when I'm there in a couple of weeks. You want to talk about those very briefly?
Yes. Some of these things are still in the congealing process, but on November the 12th, Pam Foster is having a product launch at her home. The first one here in Houston will actually be on November the 3rd. It's a Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And then on the 12th, Pam will be having one at her home. And then on the 14th, we'll be having dinner with Chris for the leaders in Houston. And then on Saturday, we'll have another fun event, about a 2-hour event, again, about vision, where the business is going, and a fun fellowship where people can see the new technology and also just talk about humans being more in the fun that we have and the benefits of being with fun people like us. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody and looking forward to seeing you, Chris.
All right, thanks a lot, Suzanne. Okay, I know this was extended today, but I tell you what, the energy, enthusiasm over the last week has been unbelievable, and just people are telling you from the heart how a little glimpse of what this was really about. So thank you for being on this call. We will have a couple of people over the next 3 or 4 weeks coming on. I can tell you right now, Dennis Estes has already agreed to come on, as well as David Morten. David Morten was the retailer of the year last year, distributor kind of guy that did significant volume in a very short period of time during the contest period. He won the whole contest. He went from silver to gold in 90 days. He's going to come on, and as soon as I get that date, that will be announced. Everybody will know those dates. I strongly suggest listening to both of those, because this guy had been in Nikken for about a year and a half. He made a decision in May at the Orlando event. He says, I'm going to do this. I'm tired of hanging out. And he went gold in 90 days, changed his whole life in 90 days. And he will tell you he changed his whole life. Very dynamic, was like apples and oranges. If you talk to him in Orlando and talk to him today, it's like metamorphosis of a person. It's amazing. So thank you very much for being online and listening to us today. I know it was extended, but it's important. It's our life, it's our future, and it's about our future vision of how we are going to not only be a legacy company, but a legacy company with an exclamation point. And I'm going to stress that. Stay tuned for November 9th. Big presentation. Reed Nelson, Mac McDonald, myself, Dennis Estes, Tony Scoma. Big deal. Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in Europe. We're going to give you the details. Legacy with an exclamation point. 238. That's a number. In fact, that was so noticed that even Kurt Foley came up to me and said, what does 238 mean? I say, stay tuned, Kurt, you will learn. It's amazing, and we're ready to blast off. Thanks a lot. Talk to you guys later. Have a great week.
And Chris, just to remind everybody also about the event in Oslo, November the 23rd.
Yes.
That's a really important event, and I really hope that everybody will come to that one, and no matter if you're coming from Trondheim or Denmark or other places, because you will be there, Chris.
Yes, and also the 26th in Utrecht, which is outside Amsterdam. Talk to Ronnie Beaverdam about that. Wow, there's so much going on. It's unbelievable.
It is.
So, yeah. Okay, so have a great week, guys. We'll talk soon.